have a creative outlet. They need someone to probably speak to. They need a community that thinks like them or behaves like them or have similar lifestyle to them. But ultimately, I mine also comes from trying to serve a generation that isn't necessarily thinking about retirement at this point in time. And I need us to open up our eyes, our ears, open up our mind to the possibility of having our 50s be a better decade than those before us. If there are lessons that we can probably take away from those that are already in their 50s and their 60s and beyond, then why can't we take those lessons and apply them now while we are in our 40s? But of course, there are some unicorns among us. There are people, women in their 40s who are already doing this incredibly so well. They've found their voice. They've come back into the women that they are. They have found themselves, so to speak. And I touch on a couple of them because I consume content, as I said recently as well. I've touched and visited a couple of their channels, and I take lessons from them, from the way in which they produce their content, their body language. So they are sort of my sisters online, my online sisters, and I feature them in my Hidden Niches series. If you're not familiar with that series, you can go and check it out. I have organized them onto a playlist on my channel, and they're there for you to sort of take a deep in if there are unfamiliar content creators in that niche, then take the opportunity to delve into their channel, consume their content with the eyes of somebody who intends to produce, because my job here is to encourage you to start your own YouTube channel, to start producing. While your consumption is entertaining and inspiring and motivating, you will get a lot of fulfillment from producing content yourself. And I know not everybody needs to produce content, but find some form of creative hobby, creative outlet in one way or another in your life. I think it has immense benefits, but especially when it comes to YouTube, I think, yes, there's money to be made that can take you into retirement if you wish to sort of bring that forward for you. 9 to 5, I have a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6, however you may call it. I'm an HR professional and I work in the UK. But what I have seen from workplaces is that there is a generation of women in their 40s that are underserved. And I'm just doing my little bit from this tiny corner of the internet to try and serve that generation. So, what has really inspired me lately is just TikTok being one of them. I have fun on TikTok. I don't know, because maybe I am the algorithm that has curated my own FYP page, but I find TikTok to be quite inspiring. I follow a bunch of younger women and, women in their 40s and older, and I find that the app doesn't overwhelm me. So it is incredible. I'm not so much of an Instagram person. I do have a profile on there, but I find it quite overwhelming on Instagram. So I jump back on TikTok. So that's something that has been inspiring me lately. One thing that I've learned since starting this YouTube journey is that you can learn so much from having a channel. There are so many skills that you can learn. You can learn to edit, you can learn to be a better storyteller, you can learn to be a better communicator, a better public speaker. You learn to articulate your thoughts in the way that you weren't able to previously. I never used to be this much of a confident speaker. I have picked this up as a result of doing so many content, and they're not perfect, but I'm willing to be shameless about them and then put them out there. If I can do it with my gappy teeth, you can do it with your full set of teeth. That's my motto. Just go for it. So I'm especially passionate about women, about learning and development, about the growth of women, the transformation in women, especially in midlife. I am extremely following that passion through and through. And I think it's never too late for you to start your own YouTube channel if that's something you really want to do. If not for money, then for the amazing and inspiring and life-changing benefits that comes with running a channel in itself. You become a multitasker. There is no way, and your time management skills will go up tremendously if that is something you're willing to work on. Um, okay, so those are the things that I have been working on. What's been hard for me recently? What have I found challenging? Oh, time. Yes, making time for YouTube has been something that I have found challenging. I I don't know. I have kids. I am married. I'm somebody's wife. I'm somebody's mother. And I work as well. So finding time to create content has been one heck of a challenge. So today, I'm able to do this because I'm working from home. I'm stating that because I know I will get to watch my own live back. If I'm the only one that gets to watch it, then that's fine. I'm working from home today, and I just thought, actually, let me put myself on the spot and just go live on YouTube, and let's see what happens. I'll probably do another one very soon, just so I can increase the amount of participation and engagement in on the lives or on the live streams, if that is. But maybe the next one, if I wish for you to join me, I will put out a notification. I'll probably create a thumbnail in Canva and then schedule it so that those who are subscribed to me can follow along on the live, and let me know if anything I'm saying resonates with you. If you're a woman in your 40s, or you're just coming up to your 40s, or you're in your 30s and you're just thinking ahead, then I'd love to hear from you. All right, I would like to, hear from you. If you've joined and you're participating and you're watching me, then please do let me know. Feel free to drop a message in the chat on the right. Well, if it is quiet, yes, I came prepared with a few questions that I would love to answer, I would love to explore, and they may just resonate with you. So, when did I first think about starting a YouTube channel? I think once I started to come up to the age of 40, my 40th birthday, there was I was getting this itch that I wanted to do something more. As you can see, I have more of a relaxed aura. Um, I I wouldn't call myself the bubbly type. I speak only when I need to speak, and that's it. I close off. I have a certain amount of words I have to say in a day. Once my limit is there, that's it. So I wanted to be able to put myself out there. I wanted to do something shameless, which is what YouTube affords you to do. So when I was coming up to my 40th birthday, I think that's when I started to think, oh, actually, I would like to do this. I've been thinking about it for quite some time, and why not? So it's been going up to, well, a couple of years now. I think we're about 3 years in, and I have published over 350 videos, but that's including lots of shorts because I find them quite easy to do. And initially, I started off with hair videos because I found this channel. She's European, by the way. And I found that channel, I was just glued to her channel because I loved the way in which she styles hair. But that's what she did. That was just our own niche. So I thought, oh, I can find the same thing for a black, woman. I can't find a hairstyle channel like that, niche channel like that for natural hair, black, naturally curly, hair. So I thought, let me create one. And with my colored hair, I started it. And it was great. It was fun while it lasted. But I very quickly realized that if I wanted the hair on my head to stay where it's at, I need to find another niche. It can't just be the hair niche. It wasn't just going to work well for me. So I decided to change it. And I moved from that. I created a couple of non facing channels, as in faceless content, because I wasn't ready at that point in time to put myself out there. And I did that for a while until one day a lady, I think Joe Blackwell, yes. A lady called Joe Blackwell. You can check out her YouTube channel. She was the one that left me a comment, which I can't find at the moment. And she said, oh, it would be great if we could see your face. I'll be here watching when you do. And that message touched me so much. And I just decided to unveil myself. And that was the birth of Annabi on the internet with a face. Boom, right there. Now, second question, if you could make a video on anything this week, what would it be? I think the next video I've got scheduled is a niche I found on TikTok that I think a woman over the age of 40 can easily do. And I'll talk more about that as time goes on. Um, it's about reading comments. You find a video, it's funny, and you read the comment. The comments are even funnier on TikTok than you can imagine. And this lady on TikTok has carved out a niche for herself. And I just wonder that can be so easily put together. You can easily do that as a woman over 40. If you don't want to talk about lifestyle, you can do that. There are lots of people creating content out of their own lifestyle, out of their everyday. And I just wanted to share that with the world, with other women in their 40s who are probably perhaps thinking about content creation, and you just don't know where to start, or you feel lost about it. I want to assure you there are people making money on this platform doing what you do every single day. The life that you think is boring, people are making money from it. Have you seen Cecilia Bloomdahl? She lives in Svalbard, and there is a video in my Hidden Niche series that I did on her. She lives the same, she does the same thing almost every day, just like you and I. And I've come across comments on her video saying, oh, it's getting boring now. We know how it is. There are polar nights and the summer is long. But she has even touched base on it herself, to the point that she finds several ways, different ways to still talk about the same thing. It keeps fresh. I never stop watching, even though I've seen the same thing. I know it's the same template over and over again. She has taken storytelling lessons. She has taken storytelling courses on what's that popular platform that people go on to learn? Not school. There's another popular one. And I think she's done incredibly well for herself. She's in her 30s, by the way, but she's done incredibly well for herself. And I'm just inspired by women like that. What's the one thing you're tired of seeing on YouTube? I think I'm tired of seeing women leaving comments under videos saying, "Oh, I've been thinking about starting YouTube for a very long time, and I just can't bring myself to do it." I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of seeing those comments. I understand where it's coming from, but I want to assure you, if you're a woman over the age of 40, I think that you should just take the step. Now is for you to take the step and come to yourself. Now is for you to take the step and unravel what's going on up here. Because if you're in your early 40s, you may not be experiencing perimenopausal symptoms yet. But when it does hit you, you need something to look forward to. You need something to keep you going. And I think having a YouTube channel or a side hobby that brings you fulfillment, that increases the amount of skills that you have, can really have a huge impact on the quality of life that you have. Now, do you watch faceless or face to camera channels more? I watch face to camera channels a lot more than I watch faceless. However, there are faceless channels that I am a loyal fan of. I enjoy their content, and it amazes me as to how they can create such a niche following doing this, bearing in mind that they've been doing this for a number of years. I don't watch content where someone starts YouTube within 1 week they are monetized. I don't think it's real. They're probably bringing their followers over from another social media platform, and you wouldn't know that unless you actually investigate and you deep dive into it. But if you really think about it, they've people will create faceless channels, as in lifestyle faceless content. It takes a lot of dedication, because you have to be willing to dive and commit into this thing, whether you get paid or not. You're willing to follow through on it. I think that's a huge amount of commitment, and I find it quite inspiring. I don't know if I could do it. I tried, but it didn't take long for me. So I just for me, it was more of a personal branding thing as well. So I had to come and put my face out here. But I watch a lot of faceless channels, and I think I have to give them their flowers. I will be showcasing a few of them in my Hidden Niches series. So if you are interested, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I will bring you those so that when they drop, you will be one of the first to know. What's holding you back from posting more? Oh, what's holding me back from posting more? I think for me, it's time. If I had all the time in the world, I would drop a video every single day. Have you seen Fumi Desaluvold? The woman is amazing. She amazes me every single time. And I think her work ethic is one to be inspired by. She drops a video every single day of the week. I don't know, actually, with a child, yes, you need a community, you need support, but she is able to drop a video every single day of the week, and she stays fresh, she stays bubbly, and she just does this amazingly well. So if I had more time, I would love to post more because I'd love to get the words, my thoughts out into the world. I'd like to leave this world empty. So that is one thing for me that I really like to get done. Now, if you are watching me live, I'd like you to drop a message, drop me a question, let me know you are on. If you're not and you're watching later, feel free to leave comments down in the section below so that I can sort of reply later. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about starting, just know you don't need to be perfect. You can start. We need you to start just the way you are. I'm standing right here in my own bedroom, and this is all I've got. I just need to come on here and speak to people because I know there are people out there. There are women in their 40s who are thinking of doing this and taking this as a hobby and starting it, whether it's now or you want to do it later. Stay tuned. I've got content lined up back to back because I tend to churn out these content and create videos when I have the time, so that when I don't, all I have to think about is what date are they coming out, and they are coming out. So what has worked well for me so far is that I'm able to manage my time, understand when my energy is right at its optimal level, and I work with it. My lifestyle, also, I like to work around my lifestyle, which is why this is not a rush. We are doing this as and when it is necessary, when the thoughts come to me, and I can get it done and done. But also, what's also working well for me is me getting over perfectionism or being a perfectionist. I've never thought of myself as that, but it does come with different degrees. It's on a spectrum. So if you're constantly creating and you're thinking, this is not great, this is not great, this is not great, it will sit in your draft, or at worst, you delete it. Then you haven't produced anything, you haven't created anything. So what's worked well for me is getting it done now is better than getting it beautiful. I can make it now and make it beautiful later. I can make it now and I can edit it later. I still make it and put it out. If I don't have time to edit it later or make it beautiful later, I will just push it out. I will post it so that I've got it out of my system. I will get over it. The cringe, I've gotten over the cringe now. I can watch myself back and not cringe. In fact, I smile through watching myself because I know it's an incredible piece of work. I feel fulfilled while I am watching myself back. So there is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of while I do that. What has surprised me really is my boldness. The confidence that I have has really surprised me, that I don't really care that much for other people's comments. But also my channel cannot be found by my family members. Not that anyone in my family, I have a very close family, not that anyone in my family would embarrass me about it, but the fact that I just want to find my own community organically, that is something that has worked incredibly well for me. So I've gotten over that. I'm extremely bold about it. There isn't, if you're for me, you will be here for me. If I'm impacting you, you will stay. If I'm not your cup of tea, you will scroll on and we never have to say hello again. I honestly think that small steps really do add up. The few times or the few seconds, the few minutes that you take to be intentional about your purpose is very important. So when a thought comes to you and you pull it together, you flesh it out, you add words to it, you get your phone, you record yourself, and you stop. You wait. Maybe 24 hours later, you watch yourself back. If you can take in the words, your body language, and you correct whatever it is you need to correct, and you post it, I think there is so much power in those tiny steps. Those that you watch now that you find inspiring and you can sit down and consume somebody's 3 hour content, they started with a thought, they started with a step. And some people did not even know they would end up in the niche that they are in now because they didn't know where the journey was going to take them. I watch content creators and I always visit their oldest videos because I like to see where their journey started. Nobody ever started perfect. If they started perfect, they've been creating content on another platform, or they've got a second channel, or they've got a first channel and you're watching their second channel. A lot of people do that. So if you really want to start, I would say go for it and start. You don't need so much. You could use your phone. I'm filming this from a laptop. And I can tell you, the web camera or the webcam quality may not be great, but it works. And to whoever my words are for, you will stay, you will watch, you will enjoy it, and you probably leave me a comment. But if it's not for you and you're looking for everything to be fancy, to be glistening, and you want my background to be lit up in pink or purple or whatever it is, if you keep waiting for that, you're never going to start. And if you don't start, you're never, ever going to grow because it's just not the way the world is wired. If you think about yourself when you were a baby, you had to be weaned to be able to take solid foods, right? After that, you had to crawl. And then you held on to table. And then you started gaining independence by walking by yourself, taking a few steps until you became an independent walker. That is the way the life works. That's the way life works. Sorry to say that. But it applies to content creation as well, or anything you want to do. If you want to start a business, start a project, write that book, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to take that first step first. You don't have to see the entire staircase, as they say, but take one foot in front of the other, and then it will become clearer. Clarity comes from doing, not from you thinking about it. No, not from you speaking to your friends, your sisters about it. It comes from you actually doing the work. So if you really want to do this, I'd say go for it. And besides, we see people's lives changing. I've seen, oh my goodness, there is a content creator I used to watch. She loves interior decor. This is a woman who started from beauty and makeup. Then she moved into vlogging. And then she realized that she had love for interior decoration. So she had a small living room. I mean, the house they lived in was so small that if you have a very good spatial awareness, you would realize that by the time she stretched out her arms, she had barely any space left. She couldn't, you can't fit her stretching her arms twice in the living space. But she would go with the season and change the furniture around, bring items out from her storage, and create content over and over again, redesigning and moving stuff around in a living room, in a bedroom, in a dining. Now they live in a bigger house. They live in a spacious house, not an apartment, spacious house. If she didn't start where she was, do you think she will get to where she is now? There is no way that would have happened. There is absolutely no way that would have happened. So if you're watching this live, I'd like you to leave a comment. Let me know if you've started your own channel, what the name of your channel is, what it's about. If you haven't started, when are you going to start, sis? When are you starting? Because we are coming there. You're going to serve us some content and we're going to be eating it up. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. It seems I don't think I have anybody in the comment section, and that's fine. So I'm sure you will be watching this later. So thank you for hanging out with me, whether you watched live or you caught the replay. That's great. If you enjoy this, then let me know in the comment section. I'd love to have more lives like this. I think what I will do is I will create a thumbnail, as I said previously, and sort of schedule it so that you are aware of the next time I am coming live. I think my next video will be sharing my next live will be sharing the various reasons why I think women over the age of 40 should start YouTube channel or start creating content. And if you want to check out my channel, I post long form content once a week. I might up that. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. But if you're not, what are you doing? So I want to thank you again. I wanted to keep this under 30 minutes and my time is up. So I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And whatever it is you're getting up to, enjoy it, have fun, do something that makes your heart sing for joy.